I drive deep into the past. Through time and space I've roamed, becoming one with the universe. In its grace I found my home. To the heavens I sing, hear my fervent call. A man of service, before all I stand tall. In the well of the world, the power of water guides me through emotional depth, the past and future in my view. Fire burns through my veins, the final power I now claim. Seeking love, not rage, on a path truly divine and tame. The earth grounds me, keeps me straight, roots running deep, connecting to all in the dirt where secrets we keep. Soft winds carry messages through cornfields they sweep. Willow trees whisper the truths that they read. A spirit runs through me, guided by the Lord and Lady's hand. Walking in service on this sacred land, helping destinies unfold, futures bright and bold. Only seekers find their goal as the mystic tales are told. And so I stand where elements converge, a soul alone and lady's hand. Walking in service on this sacred land, helping destinies unfold, futures bright and bold. Only seekers find their goal as the mystic tales are told. And so I stand where elements converge, a soul alive on the verge. In the cosmic dance, we twirl and sway. Twin flames ignite in this dark ballet. Fire, water, earth, and air. In this song, their powers we declare. Through the darker light we stand. In this epic, emotional land. In this song, their powers we declare. Through the dark. Soft drains of the channel set the stage. A heartbeat rhythm, slow and sage. The night whispers, the mood is set. A melody of love in a soft duet. From the bottom of my heart I call out to you. In the stillness of the night, so deep and true. With every breath and every view, I feel the love that's just for you. Ooh. And with the flip of a beat, I confess the spirit took now hold. I dance in the ether, I dance in the song. Into the right woods I know, there I belong. Open up the door to me, open up the door. Show me how to be. I open up the door and I finally see stars align above my head, guiding me through the night. With every step I feel the pull, the magic of the light. In the shadows I find strength, in the silence I find peace. The universe within my grasp, my soul's sweet release. I am the wind, I am the rain.
Whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom, I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain.
Good morning, my beautiful stars. Hello to my favorite crypto girl out there. A small announcement for you all today. Next Wednesday, I will also be going on a medical appointment. So just forewarning you, next Wednesday as well, I will not be here. Getting some medical stuff out of the way, my annual visit, and getting some of my kidneys under control. Found out yesterday I might be having a reduced flow from my kidneys to my bladder, and they might have to put in a stent within me so that I can go to the bathroom easier. And this has been a problem with mine. And I know, why are you sharing your medical shit with us? Well, you know what? Life is about sharing your journey and sharing what you're going through. And I'm no stranger to sharing my journey with the people that I love. And you are my beautiful stars, and you are my family. If you're coming here, you're part of my stars. No matter who you are, you're beautiful to me. First of all, my name is Joshua Bleasy. Let me introduce myself. And get my sign to work right. There we go. I think that's how. Come on. Down. Sign down. Too bright. I am the unknown prophet. My name is Joshua Bleasy. I can show you the pretty sign, but I don't want to move my chair right now because my chair is kind of wonky right now. I have to kind of replace my office chair. Had to throw that on the throne list here. Anyway, so, you know, and as I have worked through my journey, you know, as I go through and tell you about my life and God, I swear. I'm trying, guys. Give me a second. I don't. This thing has like one of those. I wish it has had an up and down thingy. Oh, it doesn't just brighten it. Come on, man. There. Good enough. Anyway. So, anyway, guys, it's been an incredibly productive week for me, just getting some health stuff out of the way, making sure I'm all good, because I want to be here as long as I can for all of you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I've been accepting of my path and my destiny, and I accept who I am as a person and everything that I'm here to do. That's why I come here now, guys, is because this isn't a job to me. This is my purpose here. So I hope I can help you guys out. Looks like crypto needs some help this morning. So why don't we get the show on the road, as I like to say. Good morning, crypto. How are you doing, my friend? Hopefully you are well. Let me start off by doing a cleansing shuffle for you. Clearing these cards off that were a little bit jumpy this morning. It was giving me messages this morning. And, you know, when my cards start jumping messages for me, that means messages for you are probably going to be pretty strong today. There's a high energy field today, guys. Something's going on in the world today. It just felt like the elevation. God, why can't I fix this thing to be less bright? A little less bright. Oh. Okay, now if it just stays at that level, and maybe then I won't have that. Well, you guys, I try to do my best. Anyway, let me finish my cleansing shuffle, crypto. And I see your question about Brian. I want to know how Brian feels about you. Gotcha. Okay, guys, talk to me. Where are you supposed to be at today? Where are we supposed to be at today? Okay, there we go. All right, so here are your 10 official shuffles, crypto. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's going to fall. 9 and 10. All right, you have a one God card message, crypto. And 8th card in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th card. And you want to know how Brian feels about you currently. Okay, let's see what the cards have to tell you. So, crypto. Hopefully you're here, and hopefully if you are, because I know sometimes you step away from the computer and stuff like that, or internet issues happen and stuff like that. I don't know if you're currently having an internet issue right now, but I'm kind of feeling you coming in and out. Do you need a refresh or something like that? Or maybe I refresh my screen a little bit. Looks like everything's going good on my end at least. And just double checking everything, you know. But let's get to it though, young lady. So how Brian is feeling about you? From what I'm hearing from my guys, and what I'm picking up intuitionally is, Brian is kind of in that stalemate right now. He doesn't know what to think of you, honestly. He kind of sees you a person trying to come to a decision in your life about how you want your life to go forward, right? About what do you want your life to look like here, and what do you want to start to do with that life? You know, do you want to be the person who looks back into the past always but has to find a brave new way forward? Do you want that to be that person who's that hard path? Can we get through this maybe together? Is this something we can both do together? Do I need to take us step by step? Step by step by step by step approach. Sorry, I get closer to the microphone for you there. Is that better? Is that better, Crypto? Okay, good. I just had to pull the microphone closer. All right, good. We got that covered. I'm doing good, EP. But so basically what I was saying is he's kind of at that crossroads of trying to decide between logic and emotion. So you've gotten in his head a tiny bit, wondering about a little bit of who you are and stuff like that, and understanding a little bit more about where you're getting at in this point. He's not quite sure what to make of you sometimes. I don't know if I would call it a crush. I think he's kind of like, I would say thinking about you, but I wouldn't say he has like any feelings at this point for you. He's kind of thinking, do what you remind him of every other girl he's dated, or are you the one he's been looking for? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would say attraction. I'd say he has an attraction. I would definitely say that's a definite feeling I have. He has an attraction, although I don't know where that attraction goes for him right now. Because, like I said, he's dealing with some past baggage right now, and he doesn't know if you're the one who will teach him another lesson, who will prove him that all of the shit he's been trying to tell himself is true, or are you the girl who's going to show him what is that? Yeah, the chemistry of it all, honestly. So are you the lesson, or are you the answer to the lesson, right? So he's kind of in that mode of, would she be the one who could solve everything for me? And I'm going to tell you, you're not going to be able to solve everything. He has to understand he has to heal himself first, but he's not quite there yet. You know what I'm saying? And he thinks that you could fix him, maybe, or maybe you could, he could fix you. We could, fix each other, kind of a deal, that kind of stuff, that kind of chemistry. But what he wants for you, if not in a married relationship, a very committed relationship that lasted a while, that a lot of communication, I'm feeling like old communication baggage and trust issues were the major cause of whatever happened in the last thing, okay? And he doesn't want that same meal again, okay? He doesn't want to go to the new person that is you and want more drama again, want more a person who's going to be, stalkery, or who's always going to want that attention whore. I have to pay so much attention to you kind of a girl. He wants the laid back, more kind of approach to a girl. He wants to go after something that doesn't seem like the normal girl he would normally go for. He wants to try to see if maybe the opposite side of the spectrum can be some good for his soul and stuff like that. That's why you got the feed card in the future about how he feels you. Because he doesn't know quite yet if he wants to choose you as that hors d'oeuvre to see, do I like the flavor of you in my mouth? Do I like the flavor in you? Brian. I don't know if he's tan or dark skin, but he definitely has a darker toned skin. Brown or black hair, wears a lot of green and yellows, and likes like motor kind of work, like car working kind of stuff. Does it describe Brian? Oh. He's German, but that doesn't mean he can't be a tan man, a very tan man, Oh, well, see, like I said, I'm seeing, I don't always see that. I was seeing tall, but like I said, that's what I saw in my head, so I just tell you what I see in my head. It's true, it's not, so I'm not seeing the right person here. Are you thinking of another person named Brian by any chance that would fit that description when you ask that question? Okay, just that's fair. But either way, okay, let me describe his personality to you. Is he a motorhead? Does he wear a lot of green and gold? Does he like to work with his hands a lot? He likes to do things with his hands. He's likes to, get his hands dirty kind of a thing. He's that kind of a dude. Okay, then I'm seeing the wrong person. Why are you guys telling me the wrong person then? I'm really asking them here. I said, we're not telling you the wrong person, we're telling you a secondary person. So this is someone you haven't met yet. A different Brian. Okay, sorry, I'm seeing a future potential. Sorry, I apologize for that. That might be what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a potential other person. I'm trying to think about Brian for a second. So you say he's tall, white, light skinned. Yeah, we'll get there. And but the freeze in place is basically saying he's frozen in fear. He doesn't want to move forward because he's frozen by his fears. That's what that is. God card is the unison card. So it's two separate worlds coming together as one. You know what I'm saying? So the unison card is all about bringing two separate worlds together as one, like a opposites attract kind of moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. It's like the opposites attract, similar but different. You know what I'm saying? Similar enough to be someone you could build a life on, but different enough that it's not the same old shit you've been getting, kind of a thing. You bring both of those notes together and create that symphony, or as I like to call that symphony, a gray in between where both notes can be in harmony together. Fire and air. That makes a fair amount. Yeah, that makes a fair amount of sense for the unison card there, and it's bringing those two separate worlds together as one. So, what I think your God card is basically saying is, understand it's going to be like trying to bring two worlds together as one. One way he thinks one way, you think one way. Maybe we find middle ground here, but that might be where things could happen for you. You know what I'm saying? So, but the reason he's not taking any kind of an action that I can see is it's a frozen in fear from that baggage or whatever's gone on in the past. Why did I see a motor guy, though? Okay, what was the other guy you were telling me about then? Quiet, reserved, almost, he wouldn't be... Okay, so the guy I was describing before, he's more like motorcycle guy. The other guy is more like the almost opposite. Not quite Urkel, but, you know, a little bit more like intelligent, has a lot more of a logical brain more than an emotional brain. Does he have something like that? Because I'm feeling that too. I want to know if I'm picking up... Yeah, I think it might be Steven. Steven, ugh. But I'm not feeling this guy you're with right now. And sometimes they won't tell me for certain reasons. Are you guys not telling me for a certain reason? Sometimes I have to ask out loud. Is there a reason you don't want to tell me? Do you like the surprise of it all? Are you hoping to be surprised, swept off your feet kind of a deal? You kind of want to be swept off your feet, blah, 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 Cinderella story style kind of a thing? You personally, is that something you want? Because that's what it feels like to me. It feels like a Cinderella moment. He won't see the value of you until you dress up and go to the party, blah, blah, blah. You're just some peasant girl until you go to the ball and show him who you are, kind of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what I'm getting here, you know. Like I said, my intuitions aren't always on point, and I admit when I can be wrong about certain things. And if they're not telling me for a certain reason, usually when they do that, it's up to a free will game decision where they don't want to give you too much information, so you make your free will good choice. So, Brian, I would say it's Brian, not the one that's coming for you. That one hasn't even entered your hemisphere yet. They told me, no, wait, that guy's coming down the road, maybe. You know, I don't think his name's Ryan though. Might start with a B though. So, I mean, might be why they don't want to tell me yet. But I'm always honest with you guys. If they're gonna tell me something, I tell you. So why they would tell me that specific look of a person, I'm not sure. So I don't know if you've been thinking that maybe he doesn't match up to your expectations, this new Brian person yet, and you're not quite sure about him yet. So it could be another potential. That's all I'm saying. So that might be why I'm seeing a future person and not your current one, because he could be the lesson. The one you're with could be a lesson for you. You don't understand? Because you have to understand this reading is both for you and him at the same time, because you're asking how he feels about you, right? So you will be the lesson for him. He will be the lesson for you. Do you both need this lesson to find the one you really deserve to be with, kind of a deal? So do you need another lesson is, I think, what they're asking you. And what you give into it, or what you discover about this person, like the flavor of or not. You know? And that's all the information they want to give. So you know? And I don't like it when they're cryptic like that. I really don't, when they get to be a little bit cryptic. Because sometimes it's like, you know, well, I'm trying to answer this person's question here, but sometimes they gotta be cryptic. Sometimes not telling you the information is what gets you to the thing you want the most. So know that if it's being done to me, it's for a reason. Okay? So that might be just a reason that you honestly have to understand and go through. Until you go through it, you won't understand it, kind of a deal. So that's all I got to tell you about that, Crypto. All right, let's see what we got for EP Boy today. EP, if I pull that card for someone today, I'm definitely going to tell people about what I know about that path for me, and what made me came up with that path. I get a certain card today. I know what to tell someone today. So I think that's why they gave me. When I was doing my pre-shuffle, I got I got the same card 3 times fall out of my deck. Now, you know what I think about God cards, okay? When they do it 3 times in a row for me, it's a goddamn message, okay? So I'm keeping the cards, what card it is, too closely to my chest. And if it turns up, it turns up. But, you know. So, EP, how can I help you today, my friend? There we go. Oh, no, that's fine. I understand, EP. It's okay. You know, you just take your time and stuff like that. I'll still give you a reading, no problem. You need a couple minutes? No worries. Me and Crypto can talk or whatever. Just let me know when you're ready. Do you need more time? Because I can do Crypto first again if you want more time. To get to a more quieter spot or something? Let me know, okay? I'm going to let you tell me first here, though. It's dealer's choice, EP. Okay, then I will come back to you. Crypto, let's go. What's your second question of the day? Let me clear these cards off for you. Okay? Now, what do we want to know? Come on, guys. Tell me when you're ready. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 God cards for this question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's see if we can dig into this one here. Is Steven still stalking you? What do you guys got to tell me about this one? No, I don't think he is. I get a strong no when that question is answered by my guide, but here's why it's a no, okay? Too busy working on himself. You're not in the equation. Too busy trying to rebuild himself, trying to build new tools to work in a new way, trying to overcome and persevere past it. The temper card is all about working on yourself and developing new tools that can help you be the person you want to be in the future. That's what tempering is about. Then the decay card is, no, I'm throwing you away. I don't want anything to do with you. Let you go into the ground where you belong, away from me. Maybe this experience can teach me something else that I needed to know about myself. Nope, I'm preparing for something else, something better than you. You're not the answer. I have to look for the thing that I do want. You are the example of what he doesn't want for the last time. He doesn't want you. The only thing he wants is to move on. He's trying to get to a place where he's more in touch with himself, and to get to that place within himself that he feels like he's reached a stage of maturity where he has his life together. So this is all about him. It's a pure him moment, okay? So that's what I got to tell you. No, he's not stalking you. I think he's trying to get as far away from you as possible and move on with his life is what I think he's doing. Maybe that's it, but I'm just telling you that's what the cards are saying. And that's what they're saying. It was a hard no when I asked that question, right? You know? Yeah, I gotta get there. So what are the God cards? No, what you need to be doing, this is new, this is not Brian, this is not anybody else, no boys, no nothing, this is you, okay? What you need to do is stop worrying about all of this other crap that isn't working for you and pull all the stuff together that does work for you. It's time to bring it together so you can focus on your flame, your journey, that new love you want, that new ignition switch. You remember when you used to get the Unite card all the time? Remember how many times you got that damn card? Well, now it's time to put the stupid flame onto the goddamn candle. You know what I'm saying? And celebrate you for a change. That's what they want from you. Can you start to do that for them? That's what they're asking. Well, then start. And keep doing it for a while, because that's what it has to be about. You know? And they just want you to keep in that momentum. So maybe it's just a validation. Hey, I'm doing this. We're seeing you doing it, kind of a validation. So if you're always doing that, then they're basically validating. when I'm done with some readings, I can. But I want to get through some other readings for a while. You know, I always try to keep it silent until I get done with that. But if you want to go hear those songs, I have a list. You can go look at that anytime you want. There, it pops up every once in a while. The Suno app. You just click on that link. You can hear all of my beautiful music. Okay, so. You know? Because they're wondering why you keep putting your stock in so many other things and why you can't seem to give back to yourself and donate back to yourself a lot. Like you're not willing to fill your own piggy bank before you go spending all of this hard-earned emotion on people who don't deserve it, basically. And that's the last thing they wanted me to tell you. Because they threw me the donate card, too. So that's your reading. All right, EP, you're up. Are you ready for your reading, EP? And then Blazing God, you're next. You're welcome. Yeah, I think we both know it's just time to move on from that. Has he stopped invading your dreams, by the way? Because I think he has, if I'm feeling this right. EP boy to the reading room. EP boy to the reading room. He did say he needed about 15 minutes, so let's see here. How long has it been since I started doing that reading? Might have to give him one more. Blazing, why don't we give you your reading? I'm going to give him a little bit more time. So Blazing, you're up on deck, okay? So Blazing, I'm now moving you up in the queue. Throw me your numbers and your question on it, and we'll move EP boy to the second spot here. All right? And then Kuma, you still are third because you're was third in the list, okay? He needed a little bit more time. I know you understand. So let's go with your question of the day, Blazing. What do you need to know for today? Ooh, they like it here. And how are you doing, Blazing? Good to see you, by the way. And then by the time I'm done with you, I'm pretty sure EP will be ready. Yeah, EP, you're going to be next. I'm waiting for Blazing. Just stepped in for a reading because I didn't know you were back yet or not. So, unless you want to go back to being second again, Blazing, which one do you want? Because you got the spot. I was trying to give you a little bit more time, EP. Okay, so you'll just be next. No worries. You're next. Okay, EP. Putting you back on the doctor. You're up next. See right there, Crypto? That little link right there. You just click on that link. You can go to all of my music right there. You're both being too kind. EP, go. I got your numbers and I got your... What is your question? Let's go. Let's not play trade a reading. Okay, type your question out. Oh, at least it's cool today so I can open my window. Ugh. We had a rainy night last night. Well, they tell me that they're ready for you. So, well, wait. Something changed. Okay. I don't know what changed. Okay. 8 and 18. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. No God cards, EP. All right. And the other number was 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and the 18th card. And you want to know when you will meet some new friends at the job or just in general or at both. In general, okay. All right. That kind of helps me define it a little bit better because that's what they were asking me to ask you before I flipped the cards over. I can understand why now. Because there's a difference between work friends and other work kind of friends, you know? What is that? Do you think that's be okay? Let's spoil. Let's start this off first the right way, okay? EP. First and foremost, you're forgetting that friends take a catalyst sometimes. Sometimes it takes something to happen to bring us together as people, and the reason you aren't making friends right now is because the world's trying to provide that catalyst. What do we need to make you feel right before we need you to start searching for friends again? The loss of feeling alone, the feeling of not being accepted, the feeling of not being looked at as someone who is that friend. I have this problem in real life too. I don't make a lot of friends. I drive a lot of my friends away because of my energy and because of some of the things that I've done socially weren't acceptable by their standards, and I didn't know how to control those things back then. So, you know, I made some mistakes with friends. You know, I kept living to have them validate me when I should have just been there to been there. And I kind of feel like you needed that lesson. Like you needed that lesson that, hey, sometimes I put way too much of my own self-worth on what a friend thinks of me when I have to start to think of, I have to be my own best friend first. Then I can start getting the friends who will be really true to me. Does that make a little bit of sense to you here, EP? Because it looks like that is what we're trying to create now. The reassessment card usually pops up because we needed that catalyst, something that got us to think about our patterns, the things that we are doing with our friends, the people that we are getting in touch with. You have common interests. You have common things that you do. You've just got to start searching in that wheelhouse that aligns with your interest a little bit closer. You're trying to make friends with anybody and everybody, okay? You're not everyone's cup of tea. You got to find your people. Do you understand? It's not like you're an intrusive person. It's just you're not everyone's cup of tea. Just because of your lifestyle, because of the way you choose to do certain things. It's nothing you do specifically. It's just that's how it is sometimes, you know? So you're creating that opportunity for those new friends, right? And I know you're looking for them, so start asking yourself, what is it I really like to do? Well, what is it you really like to do, EP? And just ask yourself that. What is the one thing that I'm the most passionate about? Is there a group I can go to that passion? I could talk about that passion with other people of like minds. Whether that be religion, politics, whether that be quality of life, whether that be your social issue, whether that be your political issue, whether that be any kind of an issue. Getting together with whoever you align with is where you're going to find your really true good friends at, because then you at least understand one another. That's where you start to make connections, and those connections start to build on one another. You see? And so they had to get you ready for that. Now you're ready for that. You can find your community. So you have to stop looking in the wrong places. You have to start looking at that community. You know what I'm saying? Because image is a very big part of the thing that's going on here. Okay? Image in your mind, your image of the world, their image of the world. We all know how people feel about certain LGBTQ members in this world. Okay? It's no secret that there's a big love-hate kind of a break in this world with that. All right? So you got to stop looking at the people who fit the box of I hate those people, or those people who have a certain worldview, and you need to find the people who share your worldview. It's as easy as finding a rainbow flag on a car. Okay? It's as easy as going on to your local social site and looking for groups in your area that are LGBTQ. It's as easy as you doing a Google search. America's a great place, but they're not in America. You know? Even if it's a secret group, there are secret groups. Go check out places that you would frequent that have your interest, that would interest you. A place where you go buy your clothes. Someone who looks somewhat like you, acts someone like you, you know? Yeah, and you're not wrong there, okay, Zuma? You're not wrong. But every area, no matter how big or small you think of, has that pocket of somebody you can meet up with. And it's just a matter of you thinking out of what draws your interest together, you know? So or you can look at it as that, or you could look at it as, yeah, an online class, like if you were to go to a class that would be talking about the theological, ethological, and stuff like that, talk about the differences between a straight mind and a gay mind. You know, understand what I mean? And I'm only using that because that's the only way I can put it. You know what I'm saying? But you have that trans one. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find those trans people. And you know that they're a little bit more secretive right now because of what's been going on. Especially with the current thing that happened. Yeah, I would say in uni. But there's going to be some kind of a group in that university that might be exactly what you're looking for. Find one person who's flying their freak flag loud and proud, okay? Who you know for a fact is a part of the transgender and doesn't care what anyone thinks. Find that friend. You know, find that person. That's how you start. That's why you got the finding card, because this is a part of your journey. You doing this is how you find that community. You doing this and searching for that place is what gets you there. It's all about what happens to you on the journey that will help you make those friends. When people hear your story, when people hear what you've been through, especially people who have been through similar things, they will give you advice. You will give them advice. And then some of those people will really deeply care about your thoughts and feelings, and you'll know that. And then you'll start to say, maybe this is someone I can start to talk to again. You know what I'm saying? But there are those other ones out there, okay? And it might be you talk to the cruel one, but they give you the club or the connection you need. You know what I'm saying? So they might act the way they act, but ask yourself why they act like that. Because people are mean and cruel to them. That's why they act out like that, okay? We have to remind ourselves what they've been through, and their trauma is your trauma, okay? What you've been through, they've been through. So ask yourself, what would I want if I was someone out there just like me? How would I find EP Boy? It can be as easy as you putting a poster up on your school saying, have pride, want to meet up? Here's my email address. And you can create an email that's just for that. And then they contact you. Then you have to weed out the people who are probably going to be weird about it and people who are really true about it. You understand? But there are ways to make that. You make the group then. If that one's not available to you, you make the group. There will be people who want to come talk about that. Because there are people just like you who want that. Maybe it's an after-school club. Maybe it's just to get together to talk about your thoughts and feelings. Maybe it's just to talk about trans issues and all of those things. You know, go talk to a drag queen. Go talk to anybody else who's in that format. Someone who you know is loud and proud. They can give you the advice and places to look that I don't know about because I'm not a trans person, so I haven't done any of that research. I did a lot of bisexual research. Well, I'm sorry that you know what? It's a choice. You won't have time. You can make time. Okay? If you have weekends, you're not working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, are you? You can find the time. You have to decide that that time's worth more than your sleep sometimes. You know what I'm saying? An hour less of sleep every night will not kill you. You know? That could be the hour you go to that club. I'm just saying. You want the answer? I gave you the answer. But that's how you can find those people, EP. And they're out there. Really, they are. I don't care what country you're in. I don't care what place you're in. We're out there. We're just, a lot of us are in the closet because we're scared. We're scared just like you are. Of being judged, of being told we're wrong, of being told we were born wrong. Fuck you. If God didn't want us here, he wouldn't have made us. So screw you for saying I was born wrong and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you'll find that group soon, EP. It's just your search. You just asking this question right now is how you will find those friends. And once you make a connection, you might find more time than you think for these people. You know? Maybe if you don't want that crap, maybe you shouldn't take the crappy job and go find yourself a new one. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. No one said you had to quit today. That doesn't mean you can't start looking and applying. That doesn't mean you can't start putting out feelers. That doesn't mean you can't find a job before you leave a job. I'm sorry. That's a bullshit excuse. That's your bullshit reason for not doing it. Oh, I can't afford it. Fuck. I'm not going to be out of a house in a month if I can find a job in a month. Are jobs that really that small there that you couldn't find even a garbage truck job if you needed to? You can live in fear the rest of your life, or you can start being proud of it. Which life do you want? A life of living in fear, or a life where you live loud and proud? Which one do you want? Because that's what you're asking yourself, EP. Which job do I want here? They have a problem with your sexuality. Everyone in any company, there's going to be that asshole has a problem with your sexuality and the way you live your life. It's never going to stop. You have to start getting used to that because that's the thing that you're going to have to put that damn fucking armor back on every fucking day and go out into the world and say, you can't hurt me, you know? Yeah, exactly. If they hired you and they know you're trans, they don't have a problem with your sexuality. So what else is, you know? You know? And you'll have to ask Kuma how that worked out. He sounds like he has a pretty good idea of how they go. Well, they don't know. Okay, well, then why are you worried about it? If they don't know, why are you worried about it? Yeah, are you on time? Are you productive? Do you do the job you're paid to do? Yeah, exactly. Are you a professional? Then you've got nothing to worry. Well, after you told them that's their biased, okay? In America, you could sue for that, okay? I don't know why you can't do that where you're at, why you can't sue for your right to be who you are, but that's your country, not mine, you know? So I can't advise you on that. You're a student. Well, you're a student. You can't be fired. If you're a student, you can't be fired. Yeah, they'll make up other reasons. That's the same hate and bigotry we all do with, sweetie. You could be black and hated. You can be anything in this world and be hated. Yeah, just don't tell them then and keep working. Exactly. Find your friends outside of work. Don't worry about the in-job stuff. Go do your job, come home. I know it's easy to say for me, right? Because I don't live your life. I don't understand. Because I've never had to live the life that you're living. So I honestly do understand that I don't understand completely. Right. Not sexuality, it's a gender. And like I said, and I'm sorry I misspoke there, but I was using that as a broad-based term, as in sexuality, gender, I think are completely intertwined, okay? In my mind, okay? You know? Right, and you know, and I'm not saying that your feelings are invalid here. I'm not. Because you have every right to be in fear of what those people can think, because they can get dangerous for some of us sometime. People have lost jobs for less than that. You know what I'm saying? But when they think of it as sexuality, I know it's a gender, but I'm telling you what they think. You should understand that at least. Yeah, high school never ends. That's for damn sure. It's the same shit, only we've got a bigger sandbox and we don't have teachers, we have bosses now, okay? Same social stuff we dealt with in high school, only now we are more responsible for our actions. Because we're not young enough to understand yet. We'll get away with some things. Now that we're an adult, oh, you're this way? What did your parents do wrong? Well, you're not though, because you keep getting up and keep trying. You haven't given up because you haven't stopped trying. Even though people like your dad and other people keep trying to push you down, you keep going, don't you? It's hard, but you do that. Yeah. You still wake up every day and meet the world, don't you? Well, then, okay, then. Stop giving yourself excuses. It's not your parents. It's not the world. It's not me. It's not Kuma. It's not anybody else. You know who it is? It's you. You are the one who has to stop having a problem with you. You either embrace who you are completely and totally, or you're going to keep feeling like this. Because I know you're on that edge. Exactly. I am a pagan fucking witch. Okay? I am probably one of the most hated people in the world. I am a pagan fucking witch. I'm a bisexual. I am a retard. That some people think. I hate that word, but it's the only slow learner, okay? But you know what? That didn't stop me. That didn't stop me from living my truth, from proving those people wrong, from proving them that I could do that. You are more stronger than this, EP. You are. You just have to remind yourself what we talked about the other day, a couple days ago. Remember that, how you felt at the end of that? We build on that feeling, And then my offer is still open to you for help offline. You just give me a time and date you can be available. Even if that's I have to stream today, you just let me know. I'll be there in Discord for you. Yeah. Maybe it's not your gender that's the problem. Maybe it's how you're acting because of the way you feel about that gender. He's got a big Maple does have a good point there. But I'm not going to put those words in your mouth, okay? I know you feel how you feel. So we're here to support. We're here to help you. Tell me where you're at. I'll see if I can find you a group. Tell me your broad-based location, France, Italy. That's all I need. I will find you a group. I'm not telling you to quit a job right now. I'm telling you to start looking for a new job. Okay, and I will do my best to find something for you, okay? I'm going to check with my connections that might have better idea, because I deal with we're in America here in Minnesota, we're a very big LGBT community, and that sometimes brings in worldwide people. So I'll do my best to see if I can help finding that group. And here we go. Big Maple helping you find a group. Anybody else want to help him find a group out there? Does anyone else want to help? If anybody else wants to help EP Boy, right now say, I will help. Thank you for the subscription, by the way, Kuma. And thank you for being a 3-month subscriber at that. That's appreciated. So, know that. Replying to Big Maple. Speaking of which, I got telepathy from aliens last night they wanted to ask about. You know why you keep getting stuck on that? Do you really want to understand it, EP? I'm going to take just a couple more minutes, come and then I'll get to you, okay? You want to understand why you keep doing that to yourself? Because it's easier to give yourself excuses than to overcome the problem that you are faced with. Right? It's easier to accept don't try than try and fail. Rather than try and fail and learn something. You don't understand? So the reason you keep getting stuck in those excuses is because that's the safer place for you to be. Because you aren't ready to try yet. Until you are ready, and you know this consciously and subconsciously, you're still working on being okay with that. Right? So, you are trying. So stop saying you're not trying, because you are trying. Give yourself permission to fail. Give yourself permission to be wrong. It takes all the pressure off. It takes all the pressure off. You know what I'm saying? If you remove the pressure from you, that pressure goes away. So stop putting the pressure on of being the perfect daughter, of being the perfect person in society, of putting the pressure on yourself to be this person that everyone wants themselves to be, and start being okay with who you are as a person. You have a soul. That soul isn't gender. That soul is pure you. There is no gender in a soul. You are a soul first, a gender second. You know what I'm saying? Okay, guys, the alien talk, really? All right, I'll touch base on that in a second. You truth earthers. And I'm not discounting aliens. I believe in aliens. So, but Kuma, not Kuma. EP, if you want to talk more about this after stream, I'm here for you. Okay? And if we get time and you still stick around, you want to talk about it, you know we're going to be here for you. Go good. I'm glad. Okay, I don't know what that game is, but congratulations. Hopefully that's something you were looking forward to, that you really wanted. You know, show yourself that treating yourself feels good. You know, that doing stuff for yourself is good, EP. When you start to do that to yourself, so does that self-confidence start to build. You know? Now you have accomplished one dream. You got one dream down. How many more left to go? You know how many signs I had to pay attention to get this life? I spent 40 years of paying attention to signs to get here. Don't tell me you have more work than I did to go. Okay? Kuma, to the reading room. Kuma, to the reading room. Because I don't want you got to say no more excuses. I'm not going to give myself an excuse to stop doing this anymore. Okay? And I know you just saying that and trying to do that every day is you doing it. That's all it takes. Fake it till you make it, sweetie. Or be it till you are it. Whichever the case may be. Thank you. I will be here if you need me. I'm going to get on to doing Kumas and Blazings and Sailors reading here. But if you need to talk after, jump back in the queue, okay? And there you go. Look at it as that. Your goal is give it a couple of months, save up for it, and then you'll be able to be safe enough to go look for a job. That's a goal. That's something you can obtain, you know? I don't do that. Your numbers are your numbers. I make everyone pick their numbers. Unless you want Alexa to pick them for you. Oh, okay. All right, you got it. Come on. Alexa, pick a number 1 through 10. Alexa, pick a number 1 through 10. Okay, you're going to pick numbers. Okay, never mind. All right, here we go then. Let me do a cleansing shuffle first before we get any more, okay? Because I really want to make sure I get that. I like your energy, EP, but I want to make sure I get the right energy on these cards. And when I say I get energy, it means I'm not taking your energy. It just means I'm picking up on the energy. They send me the energy. It doesn't come directly from you. It comes from them. So, ready, Freddy for Kuma. Kuma up to the batting room. Wants to know what? What do you want to know? What? Oh, should you accept or receive the job offer, right? Okay, so we want to know if we should accept it or not accept it. So here we go. Here are your 4 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4. No God cards for your question today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and the 15th card. What do we have to tell Kuma today? Okay. You want to know if you should accept it or not accept it, right? Tell you what this is. Okay. I see what they're trying to tell you. Anything else you guys want to add in besides that? Okay. So, you want to learn how to use that anxiety to fill you back up? Ask me sometime. All right. That's pretty much the answer I was going to give. Anyway, back into your reading, Kuma. So, let's get to the heart of the matter here, right? Let's talk about the job. Right now, is this a job? And I want you to ask yourself these questions, okay? And answer yes or no after every question that I'm going to ask, okay? Is this job the tools you need to get what you want in your life and your purpose? Yes or no? Okay. Does this make you feel energized and want to go do it? Because you're going to be doing this a while. Does this bring you excitement? Does it refill your cup? Okay. So that's a question mark, right? That's honest. Next one. But if you were to go with your intuition, because you have intuitions too, what does your intuition tell you? 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 What does your intui Good. Now, do you feel like you will have some control of how you will do this job? Do you think you will be listened to? Do you think you will be paid attention to, even not knowing many of the details intuitionally? How do you feel about that? Okay, last one. Do you feel protected enough to take this job by not getting anything else out that could be out there better? That this job feels like it could be a safe place to be? Okay, so that's a question mark. So far we have a 50-50, right? Okay, but it is good. Right? Good. Right? So we've answered pretty much, now let me confirm, yes to pretty much every question with some caveat there, right? So, is this the change that fills you up? Does it heal a part of you that you need healed? Does it fulfill some purpose in you needed to meet? Does it meet that fate that you had envisioned in your life? Does it feel like something you were destined to do? If it feels like that, then pick it up and put it in. If it doesn't feel like that, don't pick it up. Which one do you feel more? Honestly, in this moment, which one do you feel right now? Okay then. Can this bring you to that place where you will feel that 100%? Do you think this will bring you to that point? That will make you feel like you have... Okay. Then can you be this person and do this job? And should you do this job? You've answered all the same questions. Are you ready to be that person? Then the answer is yes. You should take the job. And that's why they wanted me to do it this way, by the way. If that's the answer, if your answer is yes, exactly. And maybe this is the job that leads you to that job. Maybe you need the experience of it in order to understand, to meet that other expectation. Remember, this is only one step on the beginning of a path. You're taking 5 steps here, not 25. Okay? You're taking 5 new steps forward. Just by saying all that to me, you've just told yourself your answer. Realize that? That you really do want to do this? That this is something you honestly really want to try? It's for now, maybe, but it could turn into forever. There's your answer. See how that works, guys? Ooh, if I only applied those things to my own life. Oh my God, could I ever? And, you know, and I think this will be an overall learning experience, but it will prove you right in a lot of ways, and it will show you just what you're capable of in a lot of ways. That's what I'm being told. So, and we do go in order here, guys. And this will be your 3rd reading, Crypto. Okay, so this is your last one of the stream because I'm getting busy. So, you know, my rules. 3 readings per stream is all I ask, guys, so that I can give attention to everybody who comes in my chat, because sometimes I get very busy and sometimes I don't get busy. If I'm not busy, those rules don't apply. But if I'm busy, those rules apply. So, and then you guys can see my list for skipping the line and all that other stuff. You just gotta let me know, okay? So, can I repeat what I said with what? Go back and watch the VOD. I'm kind of getting lost in Big Maple's answers here, so I'm kind of reading through his because I know he's trying to help here. But Big Maple, could you hold off for just a little bit and make sure that I've covered everything with Kuma here real quick, so I can move on to Blazing because it is his turn and he deserves that stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a learning experience for you. It's going to help you, move you, and shake you into the place you want yourself to be. It's going to, when you go through this, you need to go through it to understand kind of stuff. It'll prove to you you're right, and so on and so forth. But I will be with you in about 2 readings, Blazing Big Maple. I really appreciate that. Just understand, I always try to keep an idea of where my people I'm currently reading for are at. I don't mind you guys having conversations, but when it gets to I can't see what people are seeing, can you please, I know you probably already did it, Blazing. Can you retype your numbers and question again? I lost it in the chat. Thank you. I appreciate that, Big Maple. Not that I'm discouraging you from that. I kind of thought I was, but I lost my thing. Oh, I just got my first hype train. This is my first ever hype train. This is my very first hype train ever. Oh my God, I just got my first hype train. Oh my God, thank you guys. Thank you so much. That has been a goal of mine for a year and a half to reach a hype train on my stream just once. Thank you. That is more of a gift than you guys will ever know. So let's fucking go. Now you got me all fired up for Blazing. Well, Blazing's gonna be in trouble now. My energy's extra high. Oops. Kuma just gifted 5 tier subscriptions to people in chat. Please give her a giant ass thank you for that. Give her a thank you. Please, 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 please for that, guys. Because she was awesome to do that for all of those people who got that. Sailor, Blazing, Crypto. I don't know those other 2 people, but they're in my friends list somewhere. Hope you enjoy your subscription list, guys. So, it happened. It happened. I'm so happy. I know. People who have been here a while know that that's something I've been wanting for a long time. So thank you for that today. It has been 2 years, and this is my first hype train. On the 17th will be my 2-year affiliate. This is the first time in 2 years I've gotten any hype train ever. So thank you. Okay? Want to add to the hype train? If you can afford to do so, but that's on you. Hey, we just reached hype train number 3. Whoop, whoop. All right. So I'm going to get to doing Blazing's reading now because I want to clear the cards off and return back to where I'm supposed to be doing my job. So I'll return to chat in just a second, but I want to keep his numbers and question up here for a second. Okay, guys? So just give me a second to get the energy for Blazing. 7 and 33 out of the way. Okay. Yeah, my guides even said, well, you're welcome. They like to surprise me too every once in a while. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready for Blazing. All right. And I'll return back to your chat in just a second. I've got chat paused for right now, so if you're typing things, I appreciate it, but I'll read up in a little bit. I'll catch up in a second. Gotta catch up. My first time having to catch up on chat, too. That's kind of exciting. All right, here we go. Here are your 7 official shuffles and 33. And you want to know about the perspective of the veil has cleared up over certain issues I've been working on with myself, and are the paths set forth in front of me riddled with deceit and illusion, or can I proceed? Okay, so you want to know whether you should follow the vision or you should heed the vision, right? So, okay, now let me get back to chat and kind of read up. We had another bomb, another 10 bomb gifted to the channel. Please thank Kuma for that. All right, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys very much, man. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate it so much. All right, so here we go. You are awesome, Kuma. I'm losing my numbers. 8 Okay, I got it. 7 and 33. Here we go. I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Check the numbers. They said 6, 7. It's 7, right? 7. 7. 7. 733. 733. I'm pretty sure it was 733. And thank you again for another awesome bomb. I really appreciate that. Hey, thank you for being here, Kuma. I really appreciate it. Level 5 hype train. I so appreciate it, man. 7 to 33. I thought it was 7 to 33. Sorry. Thank you, Blazing, for understanding. All right, guys. Here we go. 7 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. I gotta clip this. Someone clip this for me, please. Please clip that moment for me. Will someone clip that for me, please? 2, God card. 3, 4, more God cards. Oof. 5, 6, and 7. Boy, you just guys recouped like 5 of my spoons doing that, by the way. Thank you. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, and the 33rd card is, and I can speak to this question a lot because I've dealt with this question a lot in my life. So I understand why you kind of came here to get that answer today there, Blazing. And let's find out whether or not you should trust the vision or not. Or are you being led down another road of deceit by whatever you think is sending you the messages? If you have to ask yourself at least one question before we start, Blazing. If you don't trust the vision implicitly right this moment, why is that? And is this for you or is this for somebody else? That's what you have to ask yourself now, right? So, and that's kind of what I'm feeling right now for you as well, is that part of this answer will be because of this, you know what I'm saying? So this vision that we've had, right? This big moment that we've had that we're trying to decide whether we should follow the vision or not. Like we were talking, like I tell a lot of people, does this vision remind you of what you need to get back around? Is this something connected to me and my life? Is this connected to me and my community? Is this someone in my life, myself, my community, or is this just my own mundane brain doing a little bit of oopies? You too, EP boy. And don't forget, I'm here for you, okay, sweetie? I wish I had green, but I'll have green tomorrow. But that'll work out tomorrow, you know? So, but what they're saying here is, does this make you want to get around your circle again? Those people who you can share stories with, that you can start to bounce ideas off of, that you can get good general advice without worrying about it really affecting your life in a major way other than you making a choice or decision? Is this where you have to light that flame and that candle, right? You have to start the fire. First, you have to start the fire, and then your friends come along to help you feed the fire. You don't understand what I'm saying? So even your guys are your friends here. So are they helping feeding that fire, or are they the ones lighting the fire? Because it feels like they're the ones helping feed the fire. Okay? So whatever this vision is, I feel like it's community-based or friend-based or close-knit family-based. There's something there that has a direct effect on that kind of a placement, right? And then when you have to ask yourself, the next question is this between my subconscious and my conscious mind? Because I deal with this on a daily basis too. I have about 50 billion images go through my head a day. I see different multiple realities. I do different persons' lives all that stuff. When you come in this room, I see about 1,000 different realities all at once, and I've got to find the one line that you're on right now and tell you where you're on at that line. That's basically what I do in a nutshell, okay? So, thank you all. The hype train has ended, guys. Thank you very much for my super emo first hype train. Those emotes have been hand delivered to you. So, but is this about you stopping being at war with your conscious mind and conscious mind, or is this something trying to tell you something here? And that's where we have to get this distinction between. The way I distinguish it is, I ask myself how I'm really feeling today. Has my anxiety been high about certain thoughts in my mind? Have I been thinking about certain things? Have I been undergoing certain triggers? Have I been having a reoccurring dream? Has that dream kind of made it beyond my conscious mind into my conscious mind? Now that we've kind of thought about that, that's what one half is battling with the conscious mind that's saying, wait a minute, the reality is I know this, I know this, I know this, and I know this. You are an intuitive person, Blazing, and you know the difference between a feeling and a fact, right? When I come here and I state a fact, you know for sure I'm telling you that this is for a reason. Like I'm telling you this now. It's a fact. I can't not say that this vision shouldn't be followed because this vision feels like to me like it is going to help resolve that battle. You understand? Whether I believe you have to understand it is both a conscious and subconscious thing. It's both reality and fantasy. You know what I'm saying? You're meeting that timeline where you see both of those realities, and then those realities start to have the multiverse effect in your brain. So you're trying to find out which one is the right line in your brain. Okay? We all do this on a natural level. I just do it at a high, extremely fucking amazing, crazy level that not a lot of people can do in this world. You know what I'm saying? But it's about change. It's about the changes that you are going through currently. It feels like it started out as a dream and then it kind of tied into a vision. So part of it's dream, part of it's vision. And you have to determine what is dream and what is vision. And so you're seeing what changes are going to be affected. If you were to follow through on this vision, what changes would have to happen? Is this something that rebirths you? Something that gives you more life? Or something that tells you have to let something go and die out of your life? That's the question being posed to you here. But in essence, it boils down to one simple answer, okay? And I'm sorry it took me a while to get there, but you know, that's how I am, right? One simple answer, and your destiny card puts it the best. Right. But in order to let go of the past, what must you first embrace? You must embrace a new future, right? That means you have to set a foundation down. Does it set that foundation? Is this dream trying to tell you how to set a foundation? Or is this vision telling you what to avoid putting in the foundation? Asking yourself these questions like that. Now that we know it's not just a you feeling, and we think it may be more than just a you feeling. If we've covered that base, then it's more of a premonition or possibility. You're being shown a possible outcome, not a definitive outcome. So, does that set a clear foundation about what you're trying to accomplish in your life right now? Does it fit the box of you? If it doesn't fit the box of you, then it is for someone else. Got it? So understand that that's how that's working for you, especially when it comes to that dream and vision shit, you know? Because what happens in my brain, and just let me explain. Okay, do I need to explain or did you get it? Before I get into a long-winded explanation. I kind of already did, but... Okay, good. Then I'm going to move on to your God cards. So, I think with that, you can make a good choice now, whether you should follow or not should follow it. They're telling me I can't tell you the answer. You have to make this one yourself. Free will game time. Gotta be your choice. This time, this one is your choice. And what else do the gods have to tell you? Yeah, free will game time isn't always fun, but it is sometimes the most transformative stuff. And I can see why it is going to be transformative for you. So, yeah, follow your heart is a big one. You know, follow your heart, follow that intuition, that gut instinct that tells you, yeah, you should do it, no, you shouldn't do it. Usually that's pretty accurate, you know, but it's not a bad saying because it is very, very true in this world, you know. Follow your heart, and at least you know you followed your heart. Don't follow that heart, and you will forever regret not doing it. I tried to warn people of 9/11. Even though I didn't think anyone would listen to me, I tried. I don't regret telling people that. Get it? Instincts are for our reason. Damn straight, Big Maple. So what does the gods want to tell you, right? Now, in your current question, what you're currently working on, not that question, but what you're currently working on, try to move past the I didn't, that no one sees the real me of it all, and really see the acceptance that, well, people are going to either accept you or not accept you. And I think you're having a little bit of trouble with this right now, of that accepting feeling. And you're just kind of coming to terms with something right now that has changed recently in your life. It's getting used to a new something in your life, right? And what I feel the most from it is it's directly on top of how you believe in yourself as a person. Do you believe you have the power? Do you believe that you are loved? Do you believe that you control your own destiny and fate? You know, are you putting on rose-colored glasses, or are you putting in the work? Are you giving and taking? Are you growing in the light? Are you growing in the dark? Where are you growing? Just like my mom came to tell me when I had similar questions too, right? About myself. What makes me who I am? I have that power to be whoever I want. I am loved because I do good for people in this world. More people love me than hate me. Number 3, I know I have to take my destiny in my hands and put it into the, put it into the sands of time and carve it out as well. You know? And then they come to say, stop thinking about everything and choose something. Don't worry about if it's going to work out or not. If it doesn't work out, it was a lesson. If it worked out, you earned something there, didn't you? But maybe you need to share what you want to get out of this. What aren't you sharing with the universe right now to make them help you choose the right marble? So maybe you need to share a little bit more of what your wants and needs are right now, because they're telling me they want you to be a little bit more sharing with what you are actually expecting from them. And then they can maybe help you find the right marble. Does that help in any way? A message from your God today? I hope it does. I got to open up my door now. It's getting too hot in here and I'm starting to boil. So I'll be right back, guys. I just got to roll over, basically. Had to open it. I try to keep my door closed so I don't bother Beth when she's sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can tell I've got the light shirt on and everything today. You're welcome, Blazing. All right, Sailor, you're next up in line. Sailor, welcome to the reading room. Sailor, welcome to the reading room. It is your turn for your reading today. Sailor, to the reading room. Sailor, to the reading room. While I wait for you and finish this cleanse off, even though I do a cleansing shuffle while you're in the reading room and I start seeing your numbers, I always kind of do a couple of shuffles just when I get started. Oh, God, leg cramps. I've been having leg cramps up the ass lately. Fuck. Oh. And I'm hydrating like a bastard right now, so it's some things, right? Sailor to the reading room. Sailor to the reading room, please. We always give them about a minute, and we always, if we don't hear from them in about a minute, we put them on a 3-minute timer. So, yeah, I probably need more potassium. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I haven't been to the store in a while, so bananas aren't actually available at this point. I gotta find something else that has potassium in it. I forgot. I forgot. I should probably have thought about that. But thank you for the reminding me to do that. So I forgot to eat like a monkey. Avocados. Oh God, yeah. Like I said, if I had any of that available, and peanuts. Oh, I found. Like I said, I don't have those things available, but yeah, I understand. I will look for them. Sailor, you now have 3 minutes. Alexa, put a 3-minute timer.
3 minutes.
All right. Big Maple, we have a rule here that we always wait 3 minutes for anybody to kind of come in because internet issues happen and stuff like that. Peanut butter I have. I will eat some peanut butter today. Peanut butter I have. You're right. I have peanut butter. Okay, I'll eat something with peanut butter in today. PB&J time. That's right. I'll have the peanut butter part. I'll have to find a creative something I can make with it. Peanut. So, while we wait for Sailor to get their 3-minute timer done, Blazing Big Maple, since you're a new first person in here, let me explain how it works here. What I do is I will ask you to pick some numbers for me. I will ask you to pick a number 1 through 10. That is your shuffle amount. Then I will ask you to pick a second set of numbers 1 through 52. Okay? If you have a question, put it in chat as simply as possible when it is your turn so that I can understand it. Other than that, if you just want a general reading, just say general. And any question is on the table here. All I ask is that you be, like if someone was respectful for you, you respectful to everybody else. And I will tell you the whole truth, nothing but the truth, the unbridled truth, the tough love truth, the I will set your world on fire and set your world ablaze truth if I have to. I tell you what you need to know, not what necessarily you want to know. And I will tell you as long as I feel you need to hear it until you say, stop, I don't want to hear it anymore. So that's my big little speech there. And everything else that happens along the way, I will explain. So just so you know what you're in for. I used to call myself the blunt tarot reader. Now I call myself the ethereal fire reader. Because I was blunt. Now I'm not just blunt. I'll light your fucking world on fire if I have to. If I only had bread. I'm just going to have to eat some plain old peanut butter out of a package. That's what I'm going to have to do. It won't be that bad. Honestly. Go away. Dumb computers. All right, Sailor, you now have 30 seconds to respond. 30 seconds to respond. Sailor, 30 seconds. I could use some fiber anyway. Peanut butter will be good too. For that as well, so. Alright, Sailor, your time is up. Please rejoin the queue if you want a reading again. Alexa, cancel timer. Big Maple, welcome to my reading room. Alexa, cancel the damn timer. Big Maple to the reading room. Big Maple to the reading room. Please enter the reading room. Alright, you're here. So, welcome in. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the Unknown Prophets Ethereal Fire Readings. Hope you were listening. All right, throw me your numbers and your question, my friend. If you need me to re-explain, let me say re-explain. 1 through 10, shuffle amount. 1 through 52, answer amount. Hello, Jing. Welcome, Jing, to the reading room. I had my first 4-level hype trade today. You missed it. That was my first ever. I got a 15 bomb. my first ever 15 bomb too. You're third on the list, Tree. So whenever I know you're typing your question, so take your time, type your question out, and then we'll answer it here in a second. I'm gonna start doing what I do for everybody, which is a pre-cleansing shuffle for everybody. Yeah, my first one ever. Level 5 hype train. For my first train ever was awesome. So I do a cleansing shuffle for everybody, and then when I see your question, I will see when they tell me they're ready for you. Or they'll tell me they're ready for you. This is the intuitive part of my reading. I shuffle, let my intuitions shuffle the deck for you. They like it here. All right, my cards like it here, so whenever you're ready, I'll see your question, please. Big Maple. Yeah, it was awesome. Blazing got the clip for me, so. Thank you. I want to save that one. Okay, what the question is, what did the messenger that telepathically reached me last night that said, okay, I'm reading that name, but I'm not going to read it out loud because I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, so my question is, what did the messenger that telepathically reached out to me last night, that Zeta Raculia, I'm badly pronouncing that, want, and if we can discern the bigger picture the entity is working towards. So you want to know what the message was, what was the message about, and what can we decipher the bigger picture from that? Did I get it right? Does that sound about right for what you're asking me today? If not, please define it a little bit better for me. So you want to know what Zeta said to you last night, and you want to just try to discern what the bigger picture is coming towards you. Okay, all right, that's all I want to make sure. All right, here we go. Here are your official shuffles, 7 and 14. 7 official shuffles. 1, 2, God cards, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And it was 14. Okay. Just so I like I said, I didn't know if that was a name or place or whatever. So, and you said 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and the 14th card. And just so I touch base on this fact, I do believe in aliens. I believe that they are telepathically in touch with us. So you have no worries about me saying to you, oh, aliens aren't real here, okay? Because I truly believe they exist. I just haven't personally met one yet. At least not to my knowledge. So let's see what the cards say about the message that was trying to be sent to you and what the broader picture is about. And I'm betting you that's what the God cards are about. Now, what are God cards? God cards are the most extreme messages from whatever higher power you are communicating with. So even if that's someone in that star system, that's who we're communicating with when these cards come out. Whatever you believe to be true that's who is sending you this message. So it's a direct message from them to you. But I warn you, these are the most extreme cards I will give anybody here. They will kick spiritual ass. They may turn you on your head and make you question your beliefs. If you're okay with that, I will ask you one last time if you want to see these God cards. It will be the only time I ask you this question because you're a first-time chatter in my chat. It's my responsibility to at least warn you first. So, with that said, moving on to your actual reading. So what is being sent through the gates of the star system? Because I am a star seed, And I bet you know exactly what that is. My fellow starseed, nice to meet you. Okay? So, with that said, what are they trying to communicate with you? And what is this vision really about, right? You know how when we talk about that light at the end of the tunnel, well, for you, the light is being transported from Earth to their galaxy, or that energy field that they're pouring into you, that telepathic message that they're trying to give you. Okay? And they're trying to give you enough information to raise your energy levels up a higher level so you can better communicate. So they're trying to raise your levels up. But they don't want to give it to you all at once so that you can't handle that message. Okay? So they want to give it to you like turning on a faucet. A little bit more at a time, a little bit more at a time, a little bit more at a time. To fill your energy reserves up, to be able to have that concrete, clear communication between you and them. Okay? So they can make sure that the line of communication is strong. They have to make sure that telepathic connection is strong first. So that's what they're trying to achieve here, okay? They're trying to achieve that level within you because you might be one of their agents here, okay? And you might ask, people who don't believe in this stuff will probably say bullshit to this, but there are aliens living amongst us right now. They look exactly like us because they are us exactly. They just had a different planet to grow up on. They're the ones who seeded this planet, okay? That's part of the creation myth and part of the God myth and a part of all of that stuff. But there's also a spiritual component because they believe in a higher power just as much as we believe in a higher power. They're not so closed-minded as we are. That's all. They know more about the human mind and the brain than we do right now. They're at that higher level. So how do we get you from this low level to this high level? Well, we got to start sending you visions so that you can get used to them and get adapted to it. Understand? Now that we've got the right download going in there, right? Now we have to understand that information so that an exist card pops up when we are thinking about how this will affect our everyday lives. What information are they sending us that's going to affect our everyday lives? What do I need to be warned about or told about that I have to have knowledge of so that I can make an effective choice in my life? They're trying to get you on a higher level, in a humanity level as well. Not only in a, what I call the spiritual level, which is the communication between you and the aliens, okay? Or it's also to get you to get all of those thoughts together and have that concrete, strong connection. You don't want to just have a connection that isn't, right? So we have to create that connection. We have to make that connection exist. We have to choose to accept that. We have to accept it as this is the truth. What, even if it's from aliens, God, whoever it may be, whatever it's from, accepting that, understanding that, and then going back and bouncing it off of what we have to deal with in this everyday average world and how that information can help you, right? Now, what do we want you to do with the information? Overcome the obstacles that are getting in the way from the goals we want you to help us with here. What are they trying to tell you to do here? What are they asking of you? And what could be the difficulties in trying to do that? If it's not harming anybody and it's just giving information and making people aware of certain things, which I think all they want to do is pass on through your genetics and through your, what do they call it? Heritage, they've been visiting you and your family for a long, long time, okay? But there are still things that in this world right now they need your help to overcome because they want to correct the gene pool a little bit there, and part of your genes are part of that, yes. So procreation is something they would definitely want from you somewhere in the future, but they want the knowledge procreation as well. They don't only need physical, mental, and spiritual communication. They need, a physical connection here, a mental connection here, and that higher level connection here is what they're trying to obtain. But you'll have to overcome obstacles to get there, climbing over the hills and valleys of the world in order to get to the end goal, which is that concrete, solid communication between you and that higher power that you're speaking to. And that's what the hard path is about. Overcoming obstacles to get to your goal. But when you finally get to there, you're going to have to let it soak into your life. So you're going to have to let it be absorbed into you and understand it. That's why you got the feed card. Because this is an experience they need you to have to maybe correct a timeline here. Aliens interfere with us all the damn time. We just don't know it. You know? It's like when we talk about God, it's aliens sometimes that interfere, and then it's the higher power that interferes with us. If there are other people with higher levels of intelligence and communication, don't you think they have the power and ability to travel in a mind to our planet rather than in a ship to our planet? Why do you think most of us have visions of them? Why do you think there's no real concrete evidence, really concrete evidence that anyone has ever been picked up from the earth and transported outside of our space? You know what I'm saying? So, right. So we're trying to make you choose the right timeline because we're trying to fix a point in time and space that we see them going down the wrong road. We need you to be a small cog in that wheel that turns into bigger and bigger cogs down the road. You understand? You might be a bigger cog than I'm stating right now, but you're a cog in the machine, and they need you to play your part so they can get the rest of everything in line to happen the way they need it to happen. For humanity's sake, for our sake, because they like us. They're not here to put things up our butts and make us do these weird, crazy things. They're not trying to send bad, evil signals. They're in league with the governments all over the place, and they all know it, you know. But we're not ready for that yet. Everyone knows that we're not ready for that yet. We're not ready for that level of communication, so we've got to get the world ready for that, because I'm willing to bet it's not going to be too much longer, maybe 100 to 200 more years before we get that communication, but we got to start the ball rolling somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the timeline shit is happening right now. You know? Because there's a timeline where they come and they pick you up and take you. You know? The people who never come back, those are the people who have actually been transported from this earth. Okay? Those people have actually gone missing, and they're never coming back because they don't want to come back to this place. Why would you want to go back to a place that's filthier, dirtier, less accepting, less loving? All of that stuff. Would you want to go back? If you were in heaven, would you want to come back to earth? Okay? That's what I'm saying here, okay? It's like that. If you got to be a part of that super advanced civilization, would you want to come back to this? I don't know many people who would want to come back, especially when they pick people who don't have connection and lots of that other stuff too. So that's kind of the communication I'm getting about this vision and stuff. It's to get you ready for something, you know? That's what that's about the question. Now let's see what the communication is between you and them are. And since you said you already wanted to see them, I don't have to give you my warning. So what do they need from you, right? So this is what they need from you. So this is to answer that question. This is what they need from you right now. Whatever question else you might have attached to it, I leave it between you and them, okay? So no matter who your higher power, I don't care if it's Buddha, Jesus, or the aliens up above, whatever you're communicating with, that's your higher power. So what are they trying to tell you to do first? This is designed to help you build resilience so that you can have the right resilience, so that when you meet the real strong resilience, you're ready for it. You've got to build up your resilience. You've got to build up that armor before we can send you out into a field and maybe put you in danger. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking psychic danger here. I'm talking mental danger here. Not a lot of physical, not a lot of spiritual stuff here. It's all mental, because other things, you know, there are more powerful psychics than me in this world, and some of those people sometimes will interfere in certain things in this world. Most of the time they leave them out of that, but there are certain moments in history where they kind of try to drive, building resilience, building armor. So you understand, right? They planting you in the ground so that you can grow into something better in the future. So they want you to take in your environment. They want you to take in the world and what you're going through as experience, so that you can become what they need in the future. So you can become that grand elder tree they need them to be somewhere in the future. You're a sapling right now. You're on your way to grand elder. So you're on your way to obtaining new levels of communication and other things that might do. And once you've reached your fullest potential here, that communication will be so clear you won't be able to, won't have to miss it. Now we need you to make a plan though. We need you to start to think about these things and how we're going to take one step at a time. You know, one step at a time to make those choices and decisions. Every step is a level. Everything I'm doing is a level. Every accomplishment, every goal I overcome, every personal mental thing I have to overcome, every physical thing I have to overcome, every spiritual thing I have to overcome, that is the easy path. It's a one step at a time approach. Instead of using the hard path like you were being told that was in the previous message, you know why you were told that? That's what you have to do in this world, is remind yourself that you will have to overcome obstacles, but you can still make a plan to make it easy on yourself. You don't have to face it all at once. So we're putting this plan out for you to follow. If you follow it, I don't know what your reward will be. Okay? It might be a better understanding of how things work in the universe. You know? You might get the same kind of information I get, but I get mine from God and guides and maybe even aliens. I don't care where it comes from. It comes from wherever it's coming from. They're telling me how to help people. So they're not trying to tell me to help hurt people here. Birch in my deck is a special tree to me. It's me and my wife's wedding staff. We chose the birch tree because it's for new beginnings, and it's also because it always has life flowing through within it. So we chose a birth tree to always have life flowing through within us, and it is a tree of protection because what it does in nature is it protects itself by tearing off the old parts of its skin that isn't serving it any purpose any longer and peeling that away. So they're peeling away the things that don't make sense anymore, so you have that protection and armor you need so that you can grow into what they need you to be, so that you can make a plan to follow what they need you to do here. And that's your answer for today there, Big Maple. And eyes and paper, you know, that just means you see things, you know. That means that you're to open your eyes and look and see. They're trying to send you visual cues as well as mental. You know, in your head image, they're trying to send you physical cues as well sometimes. And I do think it's a hand in hand with spirit and intelligent life on other planets. You know what I'm saying? So it's going hand in hand with both of them because they work closer with spirit than we do. Okay, if you can understand that the difference between science and magic is that they're the same thing. It's just how we understand it better. You know what I'm saying? Magic, we believe, happens because Santa Claus comes every year and gives us presents. Science tells us that's not possible, but we believe it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's my best analogy to give you on that one. So I hope that helped you in some way, shape, or form today. Please tell the aliens hi for me, and the next time you talk to them, tell them I'm ready to be picked up any moment now. Okay. Hey, I'm joking. Cleanse and clear, cleanse and clear, cleanse and clear. All right. See? No topic is taboo here. See? Didn't judge you on your views on aliens. Didn't try to make you feel less of yourself because you believe in aliens. Just gave you the information you needed to hear. See? That's what I do. Now you have to do the rest of the work, buddy. All right, Big Mabel, thank you for being here and being here as well. And congratulations on grabbing one of those subscriptions from them today because you got one. So come on back anytime you want. No ads for you the rest of the month. Crypto Girl to the reading room. Crypto Girl to the reading room. This is your third and final reading for today. Clearing the cards off. Ready for your question. And after Jing's reading, we'll put some more music on for a while. Okay. What kind of man is Brian, huh? Okay. That's a little bit more. Ooh, okay, they like it right here. They said stop now. All right, here we go. 10 and 5 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No God cards for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What kind of guy is Brian? All right, what is this Brian person? The kind of person is he? Getting a download. Give me a second. Okay. So, they wanted to define what I was going to tell you a little bit here, because when I saw the preparing card, I'm like, well, yeah, aren't we all preparing for something? It's just, but he's the kind of guy who likes order. You know what I'm saying? He likes things to be in its certain place, certain time, maybe ADHD kind of a way a little bit. I wouldn't say strong ADHD, but definitely has that ADHD kind of mentality where they've got to be careful of which thing they choose to put into their soup, you know? So they're trying to be very discernitive of what they put into their life. It feels like they're working very hard to make sure that all the right ingredients are going into what they want their life to be like right now. So that shows me that they're being thoughtful of their path and who they are affecting, okay? They're thoughtful and think about other people too. So they think more about other people than themselves sometimes. So sometimes it comes off as selfishness when it's trying to be protective. You know what I'm saying? Then the past path is not have dealt with enough of their past issues yet. They're still dealing with some of the past trauma, a lot of past trauma right now. And that might be where some of this relationship and not being ready for a relationship and waffling might stem from, because they haven't learned how to move past the past relationship, the past bad habit they've done, whatever keeps getting in the way of their happiness. Okay? Because I'm feeling like a struggle of overcoming that past. Like when I say don't let your past define who you are, they're the kind of person who let their past define who they are. So because of what's happened to them, they've let it define who they are as a person. Most people live a life of forward thinking, not backward thinking, but there are a lot of us who do that backward thinking kind of a feeling, you know? What is Brian kind of man is he though? Yeah, dealing with his own past issues, but trying to find a way forward. He listens to his intuition, so if something tells him he shouldn't do it, he doesn't do it. He listens to his intuition, he listens to himself. His past has taught him how to be careful. He's been kind of programmed to believe a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So he acts out in a certain way because of that programming, but it's what's happened to him in his life. So I don't really like to call it programming, but that's the best way I can put it. But it, you know. Hey, Raptar just raided with 8 viewers. Thank you on in for the raid. Thank you for the raid. All right, I'm in the middle of a reading, guys. Welcome on in. So thank you guys for popping on in today. I appreciate that. Welcome in, Raiders. Please, if you would like a reading, jump in the queue by pressing ! join. If you're coming in for Raptor's reading, Raptor's room, please take some self-care time and do what you need for yourselves. But if you want to stick around and listen for a bit, I appreciate that. Give me 5 minutes of your time. If I'm not your cup of tea by then, you can go find someone else. But give me a like or a follow if you do, and we'll see you in the reading room, guys. I'm almost done with this reading, so I'm almost there. Thank you very much, first-time chatter from my Raider. Okay, so basically, the other thing that's going on with Brian is he's trying to make him into something. You know, he's trying to mold his life into a shape he wants it to be. So a lot of self-reflection, a lot of working on myself, a lot of trying to control the damage being done and putting it into a shape that's easier for me to handle. That's basically the kind of man Brian is right now. So he sounds like a mess. You know? So right now he's kind of a mess. And I don't know if he's quite relationship material right now. That's the way it feels. Thank you very much for the 8 viewer raid, by the way. That's probably my second biggest raid I've ever received. So thank you for that. And that's what I got to tell you about Brian. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow, Crypto. Jingy! Thank you very much, and thank you, and welcome on in, Raiders. I really appreciate you guys being here. So thank you for that. You know, probably the highest viewer count I've had, though. That's probably the highest viewer count I've had in a long time. So, welcome in, New York Ant. Welcome on in. Remember, guys, if you want one of these readings, I am Joshua Bleasy. I am a brutally honest tarot reader. I will light your world on fire and I will set your world ablaze. I use my custom-made, homemade deck called the 5 Paths Tarot. I will tell you what you need to know, not necessarily what you want to know. I will light your world on fire and set your world ablaze to make you get to that day where you can say, today is my best day ever. That's my goal here, is to get you onto your line of fate, your destiny, find your purpose, and bring you to that moment where you can find that today is that day, your best day ever. That's all I will ever promise anyone here. Other than that, people say I'm good. I don't know. I still think I could be better. So, cleansing shuffle time for you, Jing. And you want to know what's coming for you in the week? Good. Okay. How are things going with, you know who? How are you and Isaac doing? After, because I haven't seen you in a couple, and I remember I kind of predicted something would be happening right about now, and I kind of checking in on you to make sure you're okay. And waiting for them to tell me it's ready for your reading. So nothing changed. I thought it would. All right. Well, let's get to the heart of the matter. That's interesting. Let's see what they have to tell you about this coming week, Jing. Here are your 10 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 44th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3. I'm getting some heavy shit here. Okay. Download's real. Damn. It's you, huh? Okay. Alright. I hear you. I'm listening. You don't have to say it. I know. I hate it when I get premonitions before I even get on here. Want to know what happened to me before I even started doing readings today? This card came out 3 times as a message for me. And they said, someone is going to need you to make them hear this today. So guess who gets to be that person? All right, moving on to what you need to hear for this week, though. I know you're looking at this going, oh dear God, really? This is it. This is it. I want you to give this man one more week. 1 week. And only 1 week. To show up. And I want you to make it a fucking demand. Either he shows up, or it's time to walk out of this cage. Do you hear me, Jing? Okay, so now that he's showing up, but if he doesn't, keeps pulling the same shit, I'm not talking about in a physical way, you know what I mean by showing up, Jing, don't give me that shit, okay? He replied, is he stepping up and showing you he's gonna do that? So what did he say? Maybe this has already been decided, I don't even need to ask anything, but yeah, okay, we know, right? Moving yourself out of this cage. They're saying escape while you can, if you can. But you have to make a choice. Do you want to keep living in the same old life? Or do you want something different? They're literally asking you, is this what you want your life to be like? How it is right now? Then it's okay. Stay your comfortable spot. If you don't, it's time to exit the cage of your own accord and never ever do to yourself what you did with him ever again. You're going to have to be better than that now. Right? That's what the Larimar's door is about. Embracing new freedom. Now you got the death card. We've embraced a new freedom, but we still have to let something go. Something has to die. Either your hope that he will ever change, the hope that he will ever be anything more, that this is all you will ever get. Or you have to move on from him and let that change take place, because he won't be the person who's able to change. You either accept it and live in that world, or you don't accept it. Which life do you want, again, being pointed out to you, but now it's your choice and your decision that defines it. A death occurs. What does death mean? Death means change. But it's all, no, everyone thinks that it's always about, oh, I'm going to die. No, things live and die in this world all day long, you know, and things are recycled all day long. It's not just a death and that's the end of it, people. I'm sorry to tell you, okay? But that could mean you're working towards rebirth. So it could be a death of the old and a rebirth of the new too. An ultimatum might do that. What they want me to tell you about the easy path. You've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it again, but I really want you to hear me. It's time to make a plan. A concrete plan of 10 steps on your way to either getting what you want or walking away. If it has to be a step-by-step process, then make it 10 steps to leave. And if it's 10 steps forward or 10 steps back, I don't care. Yeah, exactly. So what are we going to do? Are we going to learn from the damn lesson? Or are we going to begin to make it this easy on us? Exactly. So you have to start to make a plan for what you are going to do with that. Maybe that's exactly what he's doing. Because why after they're telling you to start making a plan, why are they telling you this is all about you growing and beginning to grow again? You don't feel like you're growing here, Jing. I know you don't feel like that. I know you feel trapped. But sometimes trapped can mean planted. You know, a tree doesn't exactly move around. It's planted. It stays in one spot. It only accepts its world as one place. But you don't have to be like that. You're not a tree. You're a human being. You can pick yourself up and plant yourself somewhere else. A tree can't do that. So are you taking this world in the way you want to or not? What world, like I keep asking you, what world do you want to live in? The one you're in, or the one that you've might have that could be 10 times more beautiful and brilliant. I keep telling you this, hoping you'll get it one of these days. And I know you get it, but at the same time, I know that damage and those self-talking tapes and those old things that are going on in the head. I have them too, sweetie. You're not alone in this. We all have those bad tapes we have to overcome. The only way to overcome those tapes is to put new tapes in. So I agree with you on the lesson part. Maybe he's the lesson you need to go through. Maybe you needed this much of a lesson to prove to you that's not what you deserve. How many times do you have to be shown that before you get that? Exactly. So, I still don't understand why you're with this person. What is it? What is it about him that makes you want to be there so bad? What is so horrible to leave behind? What is stopping you from saying goodbye? Well, yeah, because you scolded him out of boob. Because, you can only take so much pressure before the pop top's off. What do you expect you to do? Take it forever? Exactly. You knew it was going to come. He knew it was coming. It just was a matter of time. It was going to be you or him, one of the two. Either it was you telling him off or him telling you off. One of the two was going to happen. Congratulations, you won. I don't have any money in my cash app. Stop asking me for money. I already used your money that you gave me the last time, so. I know that. You know that. But you know his patterns. You know his mentality. You know all of this already. So it shouldn't be any surprise that this is the same stuff you've been getting. And that's the hardest part of all of this, Jing. You do know. That's the hardest part of me reading you when it comes to this sometimes. And I'm not telling you not to come here, okay? I love you coming here because I want to help, But I'm trying to get you to realize that the difference between obsessive love and true love, when you see the difference, you will really understand why Isaac was the toxic fucking hell of a mess that could never be cleaned up. It's impossible to clean up. You cover it up and you hope that time can take care of it. That's what you do with a person like Isaac. Because he's unmovable, unchangeable, does not willing to go. You did something he didn't expect. That's why he's reacting. Because you went out of his comfort zone. You did something he never expected you to do. Case in point, I'm going to contact you. Now, because now my safe spot's in danger. Yeah? Okay. Oh, your safe spot's been in danger a while, buddy. I'm sorry to tell you. Isaac, if you were listening, I'd tell you that. But I can't make this choice for you. No one can make this choice for you. You either choose to be with someone better or you stay with the fucking idiot you're with. Point blank. Sounds like you had a couple good prospects on the line too. I mean, really, it does not sound like this guy has anything worthy of keeping. Okay, so we'll talk. We can talk about that now. There's no one else in the reading room, so if you want to talk about it, let's talk about the problem. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But that's at least you're at least you're taking ownership of that. I don't think he is. At least you can at least say I have been part of the problem here. What did he expect to get out of that time that he gave you? And why isn't he giving, if he gave you all of that time, can you give him that much time in return? Right. I'm reactionary too. I understand that feeling because I'm a reactor. I react to things. I don't always take a moment to think about it before I react. So I'm a reactor. I react first, think about it second. Even though I think about it first and then react. No, I know the truth. You know? And I'm just taking you off the list to take you off. We can still talk though. But yeah, so I know you understand it. So is it your turn to support him? Is my question. Is this you trying to pay him back for that? So do you feel guilty that you haven't paid him back enough yet? Or do you believe you honestly still have more to give yet to make up for what he gave to you? And has it solved the problem yet? Did your problems get better or did they get worse? Did he make you and elevate you to new higher levels, or did he make you feel more and more less of yourself? That's the question you should be asking. What he did for you was an act of great kindness. But okay. So if you're doing more for him than he ever did for you, if you've already paid him back that debt, then you don't have to pay him back that debt of helping you for 6 years anymore. Maybe that's all he was there to do, was to help you through that 6 years. Maybe that's all he was ever meant to be, was to help you through that until you could get to a point where you're strong enough to say, no, I have to break free of this and then go get happiness. You understand the logic here I'm trying to lay down for you, Jing? And I know you're a smart woman. I know you're a smart woman. Yeah, exactly. Only recently. So, he has to prove it through the test of time. If he keeps doing it, then he can prove himself again. I will let the test of time go. Yeah, okay. I know, I'm just talking. Because that's how I feel your energy very, very easily sometimes, because I feel like you're very open with me. So, and I know that's because you really feel I'm telling you the honest truth, that I'm not really trying to sugarcoat it or give you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what I really feel you need to know. I know you trust that. So, what is the difference between the way we communicate and the way you and Isaac communicate? You don't have to rejoin. You're right here. Just tell me what you want to know. You understand that we've been communicating. This is how communication is supposed to work. Give and take, back and forth. Just you showing up here has been showing you just how good it could be. So ask your question. I don't need cards. The cards are signposts for me, people. I don't need the cards to do this. I don't need them. Really, I don't. They're signposts for me to help me navigate how to answer it a little bit more detailed. That's what they help me do. They help fill in the details. Because if I understand why something is happening, then they can fill in the blanks. You know what I'm saying? Well, like we were talking about before, if you'd rather have a card reading, I understand. So I'm going to let you choose. Which do you want more? Do you want intuition read or do you want a card read? I want it to be comfortable for you. Because we didn't do a career and finance reading. We did a general what's going to happen to you in a month reading. And that was about self-empowerment and all these choices that we're talking about right now. That's what you were going to be going through. I remember that much of your reading. Guess that answers that question. I wish it were green, but it's just tobacco. Tomorrow. Cleansing shuffle for this question, though. Even though I got your energy on here, for this one I want to clear the cards off though, because it's career and finance. Not, no, it's very specific. I like to ask them. I always try to go, what do they want to know? If it's a general reading, and I kind of ask that question. Tell me what they want to generally know, I say in my head. I ask your question out loud so that they hear me, and then I think it through too. So I put the energy in there. These are who read you, not me. So you want to blame your readings on my cards? That's why I clear them off. Okay, here we go. 10 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. God cards. Now they want to give you God cards. I think that's a wise idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Career and finance. Indeed. Here we go again. Oh, I know you love this card so much. By now you must hate this card. It's only what my cards have to tell you, you know? I only tell the truth. That's all those cards do. They don't tell me lies. Good. So, when it comes to the work and career and the finances part, right? Sometimes the plan is what gets in the way. Us trying to plan for every last little thing we have to save for. Don't think of it as everything we're saving up for. Thinking of it as how does this let me have that comfortable moment? How does this help me lay in that lazy river or take that wandering path and set myself free in that career and in that finance part? So what do I need to give myself that freedom of? That freedom of my own juggling my own finances, juggling my own money, juggling my own saving and checking accounts, making sure that I've got it 100% under my control. Then I've got to start to trust that I can put a little bit away every time to save up for that. Saving will be a part of it so that you can have that relaxing moment. But they do say there are obstacles in the way of the career and finance part because of some of the issues that are more of the world based. They're not you're okay just fine. It's just that the kind of jobs that you're looking for right now, or the kind of ones you're looking for, are kind of really specialized in some way, and I'm not really sure that that's currently wanted at this specific moment. That doesn't mean it will last forever. So you have to start to make the hard path and be really honey badger about that career you want, and make sure that you're honey badger of saving those pennies that you need. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta overcome your own financial issues by maybe learning how to budget better, how to save better, how to invest maybe. Learning how to do those things and maybe taking a class on how to do those things might be helpful. Learning how to overcome those obstacles and be determined to get there. Then seeing your world and stop seeing it as a one way of looking at it way. We like to put ourselves in this box. I like to put myself in a box. I'm a pagan witch who's a bisexual man. It's a box. I put myself in that box for a reason, but that's my box. I like that box, right? But I'm using that as the example of what you need to start doing, which is stop looking at it as a one way to look at it way and break apart that image of what you have it in your head and give yourself what it really will look like when you get that job you need to have. When you have that career you want to have, how do I get there? That's what I have to start to think about. What do I have to start beyond my normal scope of seeing things, right? And then use that as catalyst to put me on the right path, to jumpstart me to start looking for those things. You know, you want to know what's very similar in you that I don't feel in a lot of people? Life affects your career very, very much. Okay? Life and career affects life very, very much for you. Okay? So, we've got to find a way to spring you forward into giving you that moment, to put a fire in your butt so you actually go after your dreams instead of wasting your life away, not going after your dreams kind of a deal. So, and they're saying to me that if you want what you want, you've got to work a little harder for it. And that might seem like, God, how much harder do I have to work? But sometimes it's the people who never stop fighting that get what they want in this world. Case in point. And then God cards have to tell you. And there you go. Picking up the right change to fill that hole that you have been waiting to feel. Okay, let me finish the God cards first. Maybe this answers that question, okay? Pick up the right kind of change to fill that hole in which you've needed fill. If Isaac isn't that change, or if this career isn't that change that fills that hole, then don't pick it up. If it does, then pick it up and let it heal you. Then set a new foundation down. Only then, when you have accepted the change you want to make, then pour down so you have your new save spot. Does that answer the question you were about to ask me? Or do I need to do... I'm going to do an intuitional one for this next one because I'm closing the queue down. And that's the last thing I'm going to do. So, if you want me to answer another question... Because I've got your guides here, and I've got all the other things here, so... Does this answer the question you were about to ask me, or not? Otherwise, ask your last question. But that's that answer from your gods. As much as I don't want to say it, yeah. As much as I wish I could say no, I have to say yes. The compassionate man in me wants to tell you, yeah, keep hope alive. The psychic in me is saying, hard no. It's going to end in August. Sometime. If not in August, early September for sure. Whatever, because we just started this month, so it's something. You know why. Because of exactly what you are telling me right now, Jing. He's never going to change. You're going to have to make a choice. I told you. It's going to be your choice whether or not you do it. You'll give him enough time enough rope to hang himself with, but enough rope to pull himself back up on the happy train, right? So, we're going to see which way he wants to go. Does he want to hang himself, or does he want... Yes, you're going to probably most likely end this. I'd say 90% of it will be you ending this. Yes. Because you could only take so much shit. That's your next question, by the way. You can only take so much, Jing. And I think you're almost at your boiling point already, so why are you asking me questions you know the answers to, but okay, I'll play along. You know what I'm saying? You already know all those answers. So, I don't need to say them out loud. You already have all the answers. You know exactly why you would leave them. You don't want to put up with the same shit anymore. I think you are too, sweetie. I really do. and I hope. Hey, Cough. Welcome into my first time chatter. Welcome on in. I'm just finishing a reading with one of my good my fellow people I read for, Jing. So if you would like a reading, hop into the queue by !joy, and I will let you know how it happens. You know, right? So yeah, Sailor. I forgot. I closed the queue down. Sorry. Go ahead, Sailor. You don't have to enter the queue. You'll be my last reading, honestly. Unless, first time chatter, hey, if you want to enter the queue, I reopened my queue. Sorry, I was just about ready to end my stream, so. Yeah, Sailor, you had left, and then I gave you a 3 minute, and then you didn't come back in, so. Yeah, and I agree with you on that, Jing. Yeah, since you're willing to come back another day, hey, I would appreciate that. So I can do one last reading for someone who had wanted one early but couldn't get it because something happened. So I'll tell you what, stick around for about 5 to 10 minutes. If I feel up to it, I'll still take you. How about that as a deal? All right? And I'll let you know right away if I don't feel like I'm going to do it. But give me a second to recoup my spoon here. I got to go run to the restroom real quick. Won't take long, hopefully. At least I don't think I have to go. I'm not sure. I think I'll wait because I'm not quite sure. It felt like he was trying to say go to the bathroom, but I've been told to kind of wait till I absolutely have the urge to go for a while. Before I start to evacuate my system. So, Sailor, why don't you throw me the your numbers? Okay. And I'm just closing the queue down. You'll be the only other one I take, if I take one. So, let me clear the cards out for you. What do you want to know, Sailor? All right. Hey, that's cool. I love Guidance. Guidance is an awesome reader. I love how he reads people. You're welcome, Jing, as always. All right. Okay. You're going to get God card. All right, here we go. 12 and 25. You want a general. All right, here's your general. 1. You know what? I'll do 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't normally do beyond 10 though, just so you know, okay? I'm doing the special for you. 11, 12. 25th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 25th card is. We didn't have any God cards, so, hey, you're going to get a reading. I just want a general. So this should take too long. Oh, I know, my spoons are getting low. Gotta get something to eat soon. Too, but I'll do that in a little bit of mine. So, that's okay. Like I said, it's not a big deal. Like I said, my numbers are just so to keep things a little bit more, and I have specific reasons I want to use those numbers. But like I said, I just try to use those as my caveat to everything else. So, yeah, I have the energy. They're telling me I need to take you, so I'm taking you. I do what my guys tell me to. So, what do I need to tell you first there, Sailor? Let's get to your reading first, and then when it's your turn, hey, I'll get to you then. All right? So, first of all, what they want you to keep in mind in this general reading is they feel like you're kind of being defensive about a lot of stuff recently, like you're feeling under attack. They need you to understand that they're not throwing it your way, that this isn't being done by somebody else or something else. It's just environmental. It's you are being triggered, my friend, and might not being realized you're being triggered right now. So, what I'm getting is like I'm reacting to something kind of a feeling in me, right? And I'm not doing this because it's in my conscious mind. It's my subconscious reacting to something here. So I want you to ask yourself what you've been kind of really reacting to a lot lately, and getting that pit of the stomach feeling, because I'm feeling that pit of the stomach worry feeling in me right now. So generally, I just want you to be cautious that sometimes when we are feeling under attack, we're not trying to, but we do put up our defensive posture. So try to break down those defenses a little bit. Try to let the world in, because they're trying to warm you up so they can melt that icy exterior, so they can help you grow again. They've got to break that down first. So that's what they're doing now. When they're done doing that, then they're going to help you bring it all together. So now that we can see your light, now we can help that light shine throughout your rest of your life. But we got to get you to bring all of that stuff you do want with your life together. The only way we can get you to do that is if you drop your defenses. Okay? So, how are you going to choose to ignite your future and ignite what you want to do next? Now is the challenge. Here's the challenge. Can I do this in a way that is more emotionally stable than I've normally done it? Because we have high emotions sometimes, right? And those high emotions have been getting in the way of effective decision making. So, what kind of a rain do I need to be today for myself and allow me to feel without having to show? What allows me to show, but I don't have to feel? What allows me to move beyond these things? What makes me want to dance in this, and what makes me want to cry in this? What do I need to express within myself, but I need to let it out in the way that is appropriate for me at the time? Learning how to overcoming those obstacles. So that's what we're trying to get you to understand. That's how we repair that aura shield we've been worried about. That protective stuff that's supposed to be helping you. Everyone thinks it's there to stop the bad. Hate to tell you guys, you can self-consciously and consciously block yourself from good things too, because you're putting up such a defense. You're blocking yourself from happy as well as bad. So not bad or happy can get in there. So you're left to your own devices and your own mind and your own way of thinking. The only way we can break you free of that thinking is to make you go through some of those emotions and remind yourself it's healthy to do this, to let these emotions out. Happy, sad, angry, whatever it is you're feeling. Anxious, scared, confused, lost. It's okay to have these feelings. It's not a crime to have feelings, people. It's a crime not to pay attention to them. Does this make you feel better or worse? Do I choose to walk in that happy sunshine bubble or that weak ass, thin paper, dollar store, the worst of the worst kind of jacket you can put on? And those little pellets are going to come sting you so hard. And it doesn't have to be a hard pebble to hurt. It comes fast and quick and is painful for a moment and then leaves your ass. So how do we put your protective shield back on so you won't stop the happy from coming in, and you're also keeping the happy out? So you need to readjust your aura and the way you think about things. So walk in a little bit more sunshine, less a lot in the, oh my God, my life is going to shit. What's going right with life? And that's what they're trying to convey to you right now. but they need you to put your good protective barrier on. The one that doesn't keep you extra safe, keeps you just right safe. Well, you know I'm not going to do that here. Oh, I'm going to lie to you every chance I get here. Oh, I'm a liar. Let me lie some more. I don't do that. Neither do my cards. If I feel like you got to hear it, that's when I tell you got to hear it. If it happened to be a butt kicking for you today, well, I'm glad I could be the one to kick you in the ass and get you off of that little spot you've been staying in. I hope I kick you back into a positive life. Consider this your official butt kick. Get off of that damn spot and stop thinking that way. Good. All right. Welcome, first-time chatter, to the Unknown Prophet's Ethereal Fire Readings. I will set your world on fire, and I will set your world ablaze. I will be brutally honest as hell, and I won't hold back. I hope you're in for it, because I will tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know here. So if you want one of those readings, go somewhere else. If you want one of those readings, you are welcome to stay. Here's how it works here, my friend. You have to choose a number between 1 and 10. That is your shuffle amount. I will shuffle that many times for you. Your second set of number, 1 through 52. That's where your answers will be in my deck. Anything else after that, I will explain along the way. If you have a question you would like answered, just let me know as simply so I can understand it. If you want a general reading, say general, and I will generally tell you what you need to know today. Whatever way works for me. Fuck, we were talking about aliens, so ask any question you want. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about aliens for the first hour. That was kind of fun. I actually kind of enjoyed that. I believe in way weirder stuff than aliens, that's for sure. I can actually almost guarantee there are aliens. I can't guarantee there are ghosts and spirits. You know? I love reading. I'm good with love readings too. Alright. Cleansing shuffle time. So, I always do a cleansing shuffle to clear off the cards of any and all readings. I go until my cards tell me to stop, or until my guys tell me to stop, whichever the case may be. And this is the intuitive part of my reading. Okay, here. Here are your 8 official shuffles, my friend. 1. Closed or open? I don't want open. No, closed. Trying to make sure my queue is closed here, guys. Sorry. Well, it's closed. If anyone else comes in, it's closed. So, okay, now it's closed. All right, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have a 1 God card message. I will let you know what that is after your reading. All right, and the 22nd card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. All right, 22nd card is now on top. Let's see what we need to do with this relationship and how we can correct it and how we can aid you in this relationship thing, stuff that we need to know how we can repair, right? Because we're in a stage of fixing something. Okay, thank you for your signs. I understand what those signs mean, but I'm not an astrologer. I'm a tarot reader, so I can't answer a lot about the astrology of it all, but I'm a Virgo as well, so I understand the Virgo part of it. My father's a Scorpio, so I know what Scorpio energy is like. My brother's a Libra, so I understand the energy. And I've had enough people in my life to know what Pisces feel like. So, yeah, exactly. Well, thank you for that. Let me tell you this first. I've been in a committed relationship for 18 years. I have the happiest marriage I've ever been in. The most communicative, the most supportive, the most listened to and heard, the most loved I've ever have been in my life. So that's what I have to tell you. So with that experience in mind, here is my unabridged, honest truth for you. You know how you and her right now are in that stage of wondering, what do we do with this now as is? We aren't quite sure what we want to do with this yet, right? And from what I'm feeling from you and her, it feels like we need something to happen to get this back on track, right? It feels like we need to correct the train rails before they go any further off the track, kind of a deal, right? If I'm on track and I'm on point, you don't have to say yes, you don't have to say no, just know that's the information I wanted you to know, okay? Yeah, exactly. And you know that it's a moment of creating something, right? Just like you and him have been working on a lot of different things recently. You've gone through a lot of changes recently. Now you have to let those changes adapt to your life, right? You've gotten a lot of changes recently. Now we're adapting to that new version of whatever's going on now. When something new has come in, a new something, job, maybe you moved, maybe you got something important happen in your life, funeral, that kind of event, major life events I'm talking, right? So now the universe is okay, you moved, good, okay? So now you're moved, right? You took the action. You're forging ahead with a future, you and your partner now, right? So how do we create this new start? We moved. It's a fresh new start for you and for him. No matter what has happened, no matter what has been done, leave the past behind you and move on from that as well. No matter what it was that caused the issue, let the move be the new beginning you both need. Okay? How do we forge this into what we want it to be? What do we need to start to communicate with one another about what that looks like? That's what we need to start to talk about. Okay? So that's what has to be done first. Then you have to move on to the second stage of what you guys need to do next. Which is, I know you're a couple. I know you're a couple. I'm glad you're a couple. You need to have your own separate thing once in a while, lady. You need a girl day. You need a girl weekend. You need time away. And I'm not talking about permanent time away. I'm talking about you and him having separate interests from time to time. You being able to go out with the girls, him being able to go with the guys. You both have your separate little things you like to do. But when you come back together, you share. And share is the word I want you to start to use. You share your life with your partner. They won't be able to fix you. You won't be able to fix them. Be the support they need so they can fix themselves, including you. You're not unfixable. Start listening to those inner voices that are telling you what you need to work on. You know what you need to work on. Stronger communication, more open and honest communication. Having our own separate things from time to time that we go do that has nothing to do with the other. But when we come back together, we are the most powerful team that has ever existed. Me and my wife, we have a saying. We call it magical freedom. It is our power. We do believe in that stronger than any God, more than time, more than space, more than anything. It has proven to us time and time again that we are stronger than it all. When we came together, our souls were together for a reason. You and your soulmate are together for a fucking reason. Will you stop questioning it already? I promised to kick your spiritual ass here. I'm sorry if you weren't ready for that. But start listening to what your guides are telling you, your gods are telling you, and start to wield the magic into your life. That prayer only works halfway. Yes, God, please send me. Okay, what are you going to start to change about your life that I can help you with? So what do you and your husband or mate have to talk about here that we haven't talked about before? I know the love is there. I don't think love is the problem here. I think communication is the issue. I think a little bit of being willing to share the icky bad stuff at the end of the day is an issue here. And I also believe that you sometimes spend way too much time together. I live with my wife 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But if you don't think I need a break from that, I go into a different room for 3 hours a day for a reason. So I have my own separate thing. But when we come back together, we're more powerful than God, time, space, everything that ever existed or ever will be. We are magical fucking freedom. Get me? Where are your power? What is your magical freedom? Let's move beyond the depression of it all, the sadness of it all, and deal with it. He has to say it too. And you have to say you have permission to tell me. You know what me and my wife had to start doing when we first met? I'll give you the 3 things we had to do. Because we didn't always have a happy marriage. I was a very broken person when we met. She was a very broken person. Want to know how broken? My wife was in a 12-year abusive relationship with her husband who beat on her and belittled her on a daily basis. Before that, her mother did it to her. And every other authority figure up to me has done that to her. I was in an abusive relationship with a woman who couldn't love me back in return, who wanted me to change everything but never could love me, even though I did it all for her. That's how broken we were when we first met. It took a year for us to deal with our shit before we could finally understand that it was the damage that was done to us, stopping us from saying the most beautiful person who's right in front of my face, staring me right in front of the face, probably is there and the truth for me. And then we got married after a year because we had to believe that the good thing that was staring us in the face was the good thing staring us in the face. So we had to start to use 3 keys to help us in our relationships. Okay? So we could learn how to do this in a new, different way. So this is why you come here today, and this is why they told me to take you. Okay? This is why my guy said I had to take you. Okay? This is why you got the reading. Right? Because we have to get over the depression of it all. Don't give in to the sadness. This is your war chronicle. This is your history book. This is what we've gotten through together. This is what we became powerful because of the problems. This is how we overcame those problems. This is how we overcame those issues. You know how we did it? 3 things we did. First, active listening, active talking, and active thinking. Big ears. Listen to what I'm saying without judgment. Don't jump down my throat, but hear what I have to say. You can act emotionally. You can have an emotion about it, but let's break it down before we jump into I go somewhere else, you go somewhere else. I need to tell you what's going on with me, even if I don't think you need to hear it. And thinking that this is not all about you, and it's not all about him, it's an us, not a you, not a them. It's an us, not a you, not a them. Yeah, I know why you're tearing up. Like I said, they tell me to take certain people for certain reasons. So, take this moment. You've released this. So release it with me now. Say, I release this. Say it out loud. I release this. Say it. Say it right now. Tell me when you said it. Say, I release this. Type it. I release this. Say it. Say it right now. Come on. Good. Now go get your mate to do the same thing. Now you can begin. Now you can begin. And now you build on those tools. Okay? 3 things. It only took 3 things for us to start to do. And we had to do that for a full year before we were good at it. And we still use those tools to this day. So the moment you stop using them is the moment you will lose them. Use it or lose it is the actual fucking truth here. And you can't do this alone. Your partner needs to come the rest of the way and understand all of this too. And you need to tell them that. Because what your destiny card is telling me, young lady, is that communication is the problem here. In a physical way, and I'm not talking about kissing. I'm talking about holding their hand. I'm talking about being present when they're needing you to be present. About when they need you to show up. I'm not talking about the hugging or sex or love making. I'm talking about the physicalness of showing up and being there and being present. Then have that mental capacity. Maybe we need help with this. If we can't fix this for ourselves, maybe we need someone to come in here and helping me do this. Right? That mental kid. What one good thing can I start doing good for my mental health and our mental health? What physical good thing can I do good for myself and our physical health? What spiritual thing can I do good for myself and for us? And they have to do the same. That physical, mental, and spiritual. Your PMS. And as a woman, you should appreciate that. So embrace your PMS. Your physical, mental, and spiritual. And you want to know what spiritual is? It's you and his love. That's the spiritual I'm talking about here. If you want to add God into that, you do that on your own. But we're talking about your love here, not anything else other than that. That's what the Vine card is about. Okay? But that's the answer to your question there. So hopefully this at least brings you to that stage you know. Now you're ready. Now you have to go tell your partner all of this that has been on point for you, that has all these tears that you did. The reason you cried is because you heard the truth. And because it resonated, because it is what's going on. Because most of the time, in most relationships, this is what happens when relationships break down. It's those things that break down. That's why a relationship breaks up. Because we lose one of those things. If you don't have love in return, your love ends. If you don't have communication, your love ends. If you don't have that partnership, that support system, your relationship ends. If you don't have that, yada, yada, yada. Now that was about the couple part of it all. This is for you. This answer is for you. This doesn't have to do with your husband at all. Or mate at all. Whatever the case may be. I'm guessing husband. You don't have to see this card because it's your first time chatter here. This is the direct message from your higher power to you. They want to give you something that they think will answer a question you've been having recently. Maybe it answers that, maybe it doesn't, but it's something supposed to help put you on the right path. But since you're first time here, I always give the first time tellers the ability to say, no, I don't want to see it. If you want to see it, then say, I want to see it. It's your choice. I'm taking on listening as flipping a card through. Okay. What does your higher power want you to do more than ever right now? And I want you to remember these words. Oh, you heard my story with Lyra, huh? Okay, well, yeah? Well, you want to know how I got that true romantic want you love? I finally believed in the destiny that was fated for me. I sang my song out to my one true love. I believed that I was able to receive that love. I had to accept I was capable of getting that in the first place. You know what they want me to tell you now? Walk in sunshine. Walk like it, talk like it, be like it. You are a beautiful soul. Will you please shine like the star you are and stop being so goddamn hard on yourself? Okay, I'm done. I told you what you were in for. Didn't believe me, did you? You're really hard on yourself. You are a brilliant, beautiful soul in this world. You've helped more people and have done more for people than most people in this world. I can tell by your energy right now. You care enough about all of this stuff to actually do everything I'm telling you. It is in your hands now, my young Padawan. The future is in your hands. You have the right and responsibility to go live the life you want to live. So go live your best day ever, starting today by simply saying that. Today will be my best day and our best day ever. You and your mate. So be it. Thank you. See what you got yourself into? I'm sorry. No, I'm not. So you can thank my guides for telling me to take that reading for you today. Because they said, you got to take this one. I said, okay. Listen. I do what they tell me to. Thank you for that. I really get that a lot more than you would think, but I truly appreciate it. And I hope that, I know that this will help, and I know that it's gonna take a tiny bit of time, okay? Don't expect things to improve overnight, but every day you work on it, they will slowly begin to build on one another. You have to remember that you're gonna hit speed bumps every once in a while. That just means slow down. And when you start to cruise at a normal speed again, watch out for the potholes this time. What else do I have to say, dudes? Well, everybody, it's been a wonderful Thursday. I think I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to go find my raid for today. So I'm going to go find someone to throw my love and affection to. So we're going to go spend a little bit of time with, I don't know who the hell we're going to yet, but we'll find out in 5 seconds. I was too busy to look for some of my things. I will go get some breakfast as soon as I am done here. Trust me, I will. I generally don't eat until this time of day anyway, because I do a fasting sugars in the morning, and my blood sugar tends to raise a little bit lower right around this time. So it's usually about this time that I get, hungry. So, but I appreciate you telling me to go get some food and rest. I will go self-care. You go self-care. Ooh. Cam's not on today. Well, something must have been gone on for today. Okay. You know what? I'm going to bring you to someone who I think could help. Anybody else out there? We're just going to go to some laid back dude. I call him the advisor. So does the internet. He is one of the most building community members out there. He's a 420 content creator, but he has a nice, smooth, laid back place. A place I kind of think we need to go to today to give us a little bit of that, extra love. I've rated Lyra a couple times this week. I think I'm going to give her a break today. I'll probably go say hi, but I think I need to go say hi to one of my other friends for a change. So we're going to go say hi to the advisor. If he's not your cup of tea, I understand completely. Please give him 5 or 10 minutes of your time if you can. Like and follow and subscribe to him if you can. But only do that if you like his vibe and want to be a part of his lovely community. So we're going to go give him a shout out here, and then we're going to go get the heck out of here. All right, guys. Shout out time and getting ready to raid time. So you can probably hear his channel in the background.
Would they like change like the recipe or something? They're okay.
Of course, that doesn't want to work. Stupid. I forgot the tea. Oops, my bad. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here for today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye. See ya. Bye. Bye. See ya. Bye. Thank you very much for my first level hype train today. Thank you very much for that, Kuma. You made my day. I will see you next time. Bye.